Thank you so much for staying with us. It is your iBrandTV break, and we're guarded under the Iroko with our town crier giving us news from the Igwe's cabinets.
Giving you news that is breaking. Breaking.
So what's trending?
Hi, Debbie. Good morning.
All right. Hi. Good morning, Uche. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, Debbie.
So we actually wrapped up Monday with the video of the young man that was actually caught, stealing and apparently killed 2 people. And Josh actually begged that we continue the conversation. So what do you have to say, Josh, that you couldn't complete on Monday?
Yeah, like I said, there's no excuse, especially looking at the brother of the young boy, that was caught stealing. Because come to look at it, there are other young guys out there. Yes, the government has failed us a great deal. But of course, in the area of engaging, children who are out of school, we have close to 20 million of them, according to UNESCO report. So looking at a child that is already, facing a situation that is a sorry one, for instance, looking at the situation of stealing, using rifles to terrorize people, and of course, he has also killed people. I think at this point, we should, as a matter of urgency, call a state of emergency, especially with regards to out-of-school children, because it's becoming a menace. And someone once said that the child you refuse to educate today will become a menace tomorrow. And when that child refuses, to be able to get something that will be able to engage him, he'll bounce on you. So whether or not we like it, directly or indirectly, we are, affected. And at the end of the day, we'll get to see a situation where children will become a, dangerous species moving on the street without being controlled because they're out of school. So the young boy now that is already in that act, all I want to do, in this case is advise the government to do something as regards this child's life, because he knows nothing about what he's doing right about now. And someone asked me, okay, what's the punitive measure? You can't punish that kind of a child because he has no idea of what he's doing. So the best thing is put it in a remand home. Perhaps let him go through some level of understanding and education. Perhaps when he's 18, he can face his crime.
Uche, do you have anything more to add?
I totally agree with Josh. A rehabilitation center kind of thing is what this boy needs right now, too, because it's in his subconscious. So he needs to get it off of his mentality, his mind. And I can only imagine how traumatizing this would be. It's not going to be an easy process. And it's just very unfortunate that when we talk about education these days, we only think of the formal education, go to school and learn Western education. But before now, in the good old days, we used to have informal education where people who are not able to access formal education have access to other things like learning a trade, learning a handwork, have skills that they can learn. But like I said, where we left off on Monday, that the society have become so degenerated that everything now is very expensive to access, and then it leaves a lot of people with little or nothing to fall back on. A child like this, I'm not even saying that it is okay to be out of school, because it is not at any level, but let us assume that that is the case. Why doesn't he have access to other positive things that he can engage himself with? And that kind of boils down to what is even wrong with his older brother who got him involved in these issues. I really hope that boy gets the help he needs, and that his brother gets arrested with the rest of the gang.
All right, let's move on to the next story. But before we move on, I remember one time, my parents didn't used to allow me leave the house. So one of those days I left the house, and I didn't know that, whenever you see a pedestrian bridge, you have to cross the bridge. You don't have to cross the road. So that day, I decided to cross the road. So
Wow.
I saw another brother that wanted to cross the road. Oh, brother, come and cross the road. Come and help me cross the road. And so he helped me cross the road. And I saw those people on green. I think green and yellow with their green truck, green printed truck.
Kai.
And they're like, hey, small girl, come here. That was actually my first and ever episode with Kai. So what am I talking about, Kai? Well, they were actually on the news yesterday.
For the wrong reason, I guess.
For the wrong reason again. I'm not really going to say for the wrong reason, but let's find out if it's actually for the wrong reason.
Okay.
So a video has surfaced online showing officials of the Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps, popularly known as KAI, forcing the street traders to vacate the CMD Magodo Road. The now viral clip released yesterday by the Commissioner of Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, on his X account, saw Kai officials leading or loading the seized goods into their truck. Now let's take a look at that viral video.
Bend down, pack something. But we don't share me, Risi. Bend down, pack something. Look at you. See your guy. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni fi ọ̀bẹ lọ kó nǹkan fẹ́ kó lọ́kọ̀ nǹkan fẹ́ kó jáde. Mr. Tusta. Oh yeah, you are loading everything. Go on. Who is this person standing?
Okay, I want to believe there are reactions.
Yeah, sure.
Right,
the first three actions said, these are people's businesses and livelihoods. Now, which kind of thing be this? People are complaining of acute hunger in the country, which is as a result of the sloppy and lackadaisical policy of the same government, and you're still impounding and impoverishing them the more. When will Nigeria benefit the Nigerians? The next reaction, after clearing the place, the government should renovate the sidewalk for pedestrians as originally designed. While I don't sanction lawlessness, Sky should have allowed the people more, or given the people more time to pack their produce so they don't suffer irreparable loss. The next reaction, this is stealing. No, this is robbery. Who has been collecting ticket fee there? Where's the alternate space made for them before now? Nobody can sell anything like such places without market masters, police patrol, yellow fever, that's traffic police, thugs, committee men, LGA, sorry. The next reaction says, I beg to differ. We can't continue to indulge in discipline. You can't just wake up one day and turn the walkway into a market. It is wrong. I'm sure they have been warned severally. And the final reaction, during campaigns, the governor and politicians will stoop or stop over and eat corn there. You all fooling yourselves. Uche, how do you react to this?
I think everybody has a portion of the blame. That place is not a marketplace.
Okay.
So why are you selling there? That's the first blame, to the person who woke up and decided to make the walkway their marketplace. No, that's wrong. You don't do that. But the officials who decided to come and, impound their produce, I feel like that approach was wrong. There are several other ways you could have handled the situation. And who is going to find out what happens to those things you're carrying?